Alrighty, welcome to the top 8 draft from the 64-player event from yesterday that we started. If you missed that one, yesterday's video is the first draft, and spoilers, we 3-0'd, because we're in the top 8, and what a time to open Black Lotus. What a card. Passing Tinker, it did good work for us in the first draft, but I'm willing to make the sacrifice. And who are we battling round 1? I don't know. Mandrill Man's passing to us. The monkey. Fair enough. All right, we're going to take Lotus, pass up on a Solitude, a Tinker, a Chain Lightning, an Exhume. Yeah, maybe Coveted Jewel comes back. I wouldn't be surprised if that wheeled. And happy enough to first pick a Lotus. What do we second pick here?
Probably Palace Jailer. It's the best card. It's
so
really
good
strong
with
to
Lotus.
put out on Lotus.
Yeah.
I mean, Nexus, Relic, Othari, even Seasoned Pyromancer. Putting that on play on turn 1 is pretty good, but not as good as some other things.
Yeah, part of what's tough is we did pass a Solitude, but, what can you do? I just don't think that I just can't justify taking Relic or Counterspell or Teferi instead of Palace Jailer
and I'm
here.
not that high on Grief.
Yeah, I think Grief's just okay. All right, Palace Jailer it is. And this pack is kind of a brick. I mean, Miscalculation, I think, is like the best card here. Oliphant's also pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think it really makes sense to take Chromatic Star, Leovold, Witness, any of those. Blue-white control action. Or we could take Oliphant, because obviously it's pretty good to be in red-white. Goals to defeat this draft here. I don't think it's Guardian Scaleward or Shorikai.
I agree with the two cards you were looking at, Miscalc and Oliphant. I don't know.
I think Miscalc is a bit better if we end up, they're both okay. Miscalc, I think, would be more important to have.
Okay.
But, I don't know, it's pretty close. Obviously, we'll see what we get next. If we end up in red-white, we'll wish we had the Oliphant, but we'll see.
Oh.
Lurrus Lotus is just absolutely obscene.
Yeah. All right. I mean, you should probably take it because just having those two cards in your deck is really good to get.
We don't have to be a Lurrus deck, but we probably will.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, I need your help here, BK.
Oh, okay.
People in chat have think I'm getting paid off by Lurrus at this point. They don't believe that Lurrus is as good as it is.
It's quite strong. I mean, you have to have mana for it. You have to have the good kinds of plays that make it really pop, but it's just really strong. I don't know. Surprising. If you haven't lost to it, maybe you wouldn't get it, but I've lost to it a lot. Probably lost to Luis playing it a lot against me.
Yeah. All right. Well, now I'm looking here, and I'm kind of thinking there's a Wasteland. There's a Sword of the Meek. Blood Tithe Harvester is good with Lurrus, but I think the colors are just kind of bad here. I kind of just want to take Wasteland.
Yeah.
It's just a strong card. Soul Guide's nice. Maybe we'll get that back. There's Unholy Heat in the pack as well. We'll see. I don't really feel super committed. Obviously, I would like to play a Lurrus Companion when I have Black Lotus, because if you ever draw those two cards, you always draw the Lurrus. So if you ever draw Lotus,
right,
just put Lurrus in hand, play Lotus, sack Lotus, play Lurrus. It just goes so crazy. Oh, look, now there's a Sculler and a Cathar Commando, and a Savai Triumph, and a Plateau. What do you think about taking Savai Triumph and trying to get one of these two drops back? I don't even know that one will come back. Sculler goes kind of late. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think we're necessarily going to wheel either of them. I think we have outs for Sculler, though.
Yeah, but that's okay.
But I think Savai Triumph's pretty important.
Yeah, I think that red, white, and black are the 3 best Lurrus colors, and then blue, and then green. So
I definitely think green's the weakest. I don't like Lurrus decks that have a bunch of green creatures in them. Those just tend not to work that well. But I think that this is a great start, and then now we could probably just take Portable Hole here. I do like that card. Haywire Might is good with Lurrus.
What if we just took Mana Confluence?
We could also just take Mana Confluence. That's probably safer. All right. And then just a 5-color land. All right, now we've got a start to a very good Lurrus Companion deck. So we have the absolute best card in the cube to go with Lurrus. Lurrus Black Lotus is just a busted combo. So I feel good about this. Obviously, I wish instead of Palace Jailer we took Counterspell, but I don't think that was a reasonable pick to make.
No.
Not even clear Counterspell would be great in this deck either. We'll see where our mana ends up.
Right.
All right, and here, kind of liking Indotha Triumph. So there is also Phantom Interference.
I like Bone Swords better than Phantom Interference.
Oh, Bone Shards is also pretty good with Lurrus as a way to recycle things. Like, you can sack a
Yeah.
creature, bring it back, and it's just good removal. Lurrus decks do want powerful spells, and often that means expensive ones like Fracture Identity or Pest Infestation, but Bone Shards actually works really nicely here, too.
Yeah, I think you take Bone Shards here.
I don't want Exhume. These aren't, like, the best lands. Lazov, we have a blue and a black card. Lazov could be not crazy. Dreadhorde Arcanist is also not completely wild. There's also Highway Robbery.
Yeah. I don't think I'd take Robbery. It's just not powerful enough. I guess I would take a creature. I don't really like the Restless Vents that much.
No. I think I'm a little more inclined to want Lazov.
Yeah, you have black and blue cards.
Oh, I love Phantasmal Imagery.
Really
Claris.
strong.
Really
Yeah.
strong. All right. Take that. And then Chromatic Star is just such a good... You're playing a lot of colors, and it's good to recycle with Lurrus. So, sorry, Evolved Sleeper. Okay, this has actually been a really good pack for us. This is the start to a nice blue-black Lurrus deck, but we're probably going to be 4 colors, is my guess. Like, 4-color, no green is fairly likely.
Yep, you'll get past a lot of stuff. And it's nice when you can just draft fixing like we've done, taken 3 pieces so far, so that way we're open to what cheap cards come back, like Tide Hollow Sculler.
I guess we just take Sunbait Canyon here.
Yeah, Mizzix's Mastery, I guess, has outs, but probably not as useful as just getting more mana.
Maybe the Sunbait Canyon gets played. I don't like the Painlands that much with Lurrus, but...
No.
This is kind of interesting. Because Pride Mage has the best ability.
Yeah, I think I would take that.
Yeah, even though I don't necessarily want to have a green mana in the deck, this is so good with Lurrus. You sack it to pop something.
It was nice that there was a lot of white cards there because the next pack is Cathar Commando, Tide Hollow Sculler, so it increases the odds that people aren't in for white.
If we get one of those cards back, I'll be thrilled.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather actually get the Sculler back now that we have Pride Mage, just because Hand Disruption is something that works really nicely in the Lurrus deck. Just being able to clear the path for Lurrus works out really well.
No.
All right.
I guess I would take Beseech.
Yeah.
You're not going to switch out of being Lurrus for that. And Black Lotus, you can technically... And you can play expensive spells, 3 and 4 mana spells. It's probably not happening. But if you were to get Dark Ritual, maybe there's somewhere else. I don't know.
Yeah, a Dark Ritual Yogg will like, turn into a strong combat or something.
Yeah. That actually would be the exact kind of thing.
Let's see if we can open something good here. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I tried to save it for the top 8, We didn't open any power in the first draft. None. Like,
is that true?
I was keeping track. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Big time. And,
it's good to keep track. Wow.
All right. There's Mana Crypt and Mox Pearl, Minsk and Boo and Oko. Wow. Can we take Mox Pearl here?
Yeah. I think
that's what I want.
I think unless the color is like really bad for you, you should take Mox and over Mana Crypt and Lurrus decks because...
For a bunch of reasons. You don't have that many expensive cards. You also... The games go long. Mana Crypt's a real liability. Mm-hmm. The one thing it really works with is putting Lurrus into your hand initially, but...
Yeah.
I don't like passing this because, again, this is a pod draft, but a Mox Pearl is a Mox Pearl.
There's Revoker, Valky, Ledger Shredder,
Cut down.
Oh, Savin's Reclamation is going to be pretty nice.
Yeah. All right. Let's take Mox Pearl here. We've opened pretty nicely, I'm not going to lie. And some of the cards that we're looking for, fetch lands would be extremely high picks, like they always are basically. Cards like Swords to Plowshares would be really good, Duress, Thoughtseize. The way it's looking, I kind of wish we just took Sculler over Savai Triumph, but I think at the point at which we were at, it wouldn't have really made sense to do that. Especially since there was a chance it would come back.
It's a sad day when you have to pass Bombardiers.
Yeah, Preacher, Kappa Cannoneer, all expensive cards. I guess we could just take Long Goodbye. Pretty disappointing second pick. There's also Flame Slash. Flame Slash, I think, is a little bit better, but... I mean, this is the drawback of Lurrus, right? Every good card in the pack...
Yeah.
Doesn't work with it. I don't think Third Path really makes sense here. I don't know. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I agree with the Long Goodbye for the reasons you said.
All right. Oh, I love Council's Judgment in these decks. There's also Vindicate, and there's Undercity Sewers. Maybe we just take that. Surveil lands are very good in Lurrus because milling the things is good. I'm going to take this Pride Mage out. I think we might circle back to that, but I don't want to worry about it because we are really just a blue-black Lurrus deck right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think that white is very likely to end up in our deck, given we have Savai, Triumph, Pearl, Sunbait Canyon, all that stuff. But it feels like one of these two has a decent chance of coming back, or Turok.
There's that Yogwell you were talking about.
Or Yogwell, sure.
Yeah, Undercity Sewers makes sense to me.
Yeah, I take that. And then Unearth is unbelievably good with Lurrus. Bitter Triumph's also good, though we do have Bone Shards. Long Goodbye, Miscalc already. There's 3 steps ahead, which it's looking like it actually would work in this deck. But I'm kind of into Unearth. I don't know. What are you thinking?
Yeah, you have Bone Shards for value too.
Yeah, unless you really want Bitter Triumph.
No, you have a good amount of removal already.
There is Spar's headquarters, but it doesn't seem like
you don't want to take that many tap lands unless you know they're actively good.
All right. And here, we can't put Virtue or Brazen into the deck, but Samwise is very good with Lotus, Chromatic Star. It's another way to save Lurrus. Yeah, Samwise looks pretty good.
Yeah. And notably, for in case you didn't remember, Relic of Progenitus exiles itself when you activate, so not a good card to recur.
Yeah, I know that. We should probably Rafine's Tower here, I would imagine.
Yeah, you're not quite good enough to justify Mox Opal, and you probably
we are
won't
getting
get
close. Lurrus Mox Opal is a tough one to pull off. Nathan would be nice, but I feel like we should just take the mana here. And yeah, we are running into our 3rd tap land, but this tap land does all the things for us.
Yeah, we're not looking to take too many more, but this one's really good.
Yes, if it wasn't Rafine's Tower, like specifically like that Triumph, I would be less inclined to take it, but maybe Pirate Spellbomb comes back.
Yeah, I mean, part of it when you take Rafine's Tower out of a pack like that is you're keeping the door open. If we were to see like Thoughtseize and Polluted Delta in the same pack later, we could potentially justify taking Thoughtseize.
Yeah. Basically, you have to take some amount of lands to just make your decks function, so... Oh, I love Malcolm. There is also Either Spellbomb.
This looks like a better Malcolm deck.
Yeah, this looks like a pretty nice little Malcolm deck.
Really nice with Unearth.
Yeah, just a card I've been pretty impressed with in general.
Yeah.
Could use some more counters here. That counterspell. I wish we had taken counterspell over Palace Jailer.
Okay.
I would have preferred that.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, I'm going to get the Sunbait Canyon out for now.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so we're Esper. Looking pretty Espery here. Ooh, I do like a Retrofitter. This Mox Opal would have gone off.
Yeah, you're not going to splash green for Terra Thunder. You're not going to get into red for Dragon's Rage. Corpse Dance doesn't
Not
do
very
very
good.
much. Yeah.
We could be the vaunted Lurrus Academy deck. So Savine's Reclamation came back. So did Darkslick Shore. So did Ledger Shredder. So did Cut Down. So did Valky. So we have our great sign for us. We get a million cards we want. I don't think we need Savine's as much now that we have Unearth.
Yeah.
And Samwise. We have a lot of that kind of effect. What do you think about Ledger Shredder? Or do you like Darkslick Shores?
I think I just like Dark Slick.
Yeah, all right. I'm in for that.
I'm just not that big of a fan of Ledger Shredder.
All right. Surveil Land or Arc Trail?
I would guess Arc Trail is more
Yeah.
likely. You
We don't
have
really
some
need it.
outs for red mana right now.
We don't need another top land here. Okay, so none of the cards we want to wield. Yogwell did. I guess we should still probably take it over Urborg, right?
Yeah, your deck's very cheap, and you have a Lotus.
Yeah, this is the setup for Yogwell. Urborg is nice with Mana Confluence, but that's not a big deal. And since the Turok didn't wheel, these packs have been weird. There's like the one pack that has like 5 cards we want, and then the other pack's nothing wheeled. I guess I'll take Goryo's Vengeance.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I could hate the Torsten.
I mean, you just take the card that's best against you.
Are we more likely to want Blackcleave Cliffs in our
Yeah,
deck
I
than
think so.
than to hate a Virtue? I think so. And I don't think we're playing Sylvan. I'll just hate Oath of Druids, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, pack 3. Let's see if we can open power this time. That would be really nice. How many? We are missing kind of a lot of playables, but you know, I think we'll be fine here.
We have 14, so
I
we're...
wish I took that Mox Opal. We're actually kind of getting there on Opal. What did we take over it? I guess it was Rafine's Tower. All right. Well, we didn't open a piece of power. We did open a fetch land, and we're gonna get something back if we like there's all these cards for us. This whole like there was that one pack that had no Lurrus cards. This pack, every single card except Tireless Tracker and potentially Brain Freeze is probably something. We could take Brain Freeze and hope to get an Underworld Breach. And we have a Yogwell.
And a Beseech the Mirror.
And a Beseech. But on the other hand, Bloodstained Mire is also just very good.
Yeah, it's so good. It doesn't get untapped stuff right now, but it probably will.
I mean, Brain Freeze is kind of interesting. We are going to definitely get playables out of this pack. And
all right. Yeah, I'm in.
Our mana actually does look good enough. Like, we have a Tri-Land and a bunch of duels.
Yeah, okay.
Let's take Brain Freeze. Let's find Breach, though. Wow, this pack's also good. There's Godless Shrine. I bet it's actually bad for us. Reanimate, Dismember, and Snapcaster. Kind of assume just Reanimate is just kind of a busted card.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
And maybe we'll get back Godless Shrine if we're lucky, though. It didn't seem like it, given some
Are we
of the cards.
playing Beseech now?
We might. This pack... Oh, I love the Deep Cavern Bat. That is perfect.
Yeah.
Perfection. Raucous Theater, Sensei's Top, Sunfall wouldn't be, like, out of the question, but...
Yeah.
You know, if we can pick up a Brain Freeze here, Underworld Breach, we are actually cooking.
Yeah, it could happen.
Tolarian Academy to go for Retrofitter?
Yeah, that's possible.
We don't have anything. We have some red lands on the sideboard if we need them.
Yeah, Blackleaf Cliffs, the Sunbay Canyon.
Yeah, actually, I like the Brain Freeze pick. I feel like this deck is going to be actually a little bit more restrained than most Lurrus decks. It looks like we're just blue-black with a Samwise.
Yeah, Malcolm's really nice just to help filter this whole setup.
This isn't the most impressive set.
No, certainly not.
I mean, we could Portent, we could Colonnade. Colonnade is kind of nice, but we do have a bunch of tap lands already. I don't really want to take Pentad Prism. I don't think I want to take Winds of Abandon.
Why not? What do you want to take? You want to take Portent?
I was just thinking Portent.
What do we have to, make it not just...
I mean, it's a spell for Yogwell and Brain Freeze. Mostly. Winds of Abandon doesn't look like we'll cast it for 6 mana that easily.
You have a Black Lotus.
Yeah, that's true.
And you have a Beseech.
Beseech Winds is kind of hard to get to work.
Yeah.
I mean, Portent also might come back because it's not that good of a card. That's the thing.
It's
all right, let's just take the Winds.
It's not that strong of a card.
It really isn't. I will agree with that. Oh, Winds is kind of nice. You kick Winds, they get a bunch of lands, and then they Brain Freeze them.
We're back on plan.
That's what we're talking about.
Winds Wasteland is a great combo.
Still want that Breach? What, just 4 picks in? We could definitely get Underworld Breach.
He's always bargaining.
Well, I'm bargaining because what if? What if is the thing. I would love to pick up a Mana Leak or something like that. Ooh, there's a Gaia's Cradle to go with our Retrofitter. I mean, Chrome Mox is kind of good, but we don't have that many ways to draw cards.
You're just not a card draw deck.
There's Brainstorm.
Yeah.
Brainstorm's just a generally good card. Don't really have any shuffle effects. There's also Stern Scolding, which is also a pretty strong card. Brainstorm Wheel Rain of Filth.
Yeah, I guess that would come up.
Oh, Bauble. Oh, Skull Clamp. Bauble is busted with Lurrus. This isn't the best Skull Clamp deck. It is okay with Retrofitter, but it's kind of mana intensive. It feels like we should just be bobbling here.
Yeah, Bauble sounds fantastic.
All right. Underworld Breach, anyone? Oh, I love a Deluge here.
Yeah, that's better than Shelldock Isle.
I think so.
It makes the Beseech the Mirror much better, too.
Certainly. All right. 37 picks in. Pick 38 Underworld Breach. I can feel it. Or I guess I would take Dark Ritual. I would settle for that if that was necessary.
Okay.
None of the above. Any Charter-Course enjoyers?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, Containment Priest could be good, but, what are you going to do? It looks like a good chart deck. Like, you're good at putting you would appreciate the filtering. You can put a bunch of creatures into play on turn 1 with your Mox and Lotus.
Now do we want Fairy Mastermind?
I think so.
To go with the, Charter-Course, all that stuff, makes our reanimates and stuff better. There is Fatal Push, but we have Bone Shards, Long Goodbye, Winds of Abandon, Toxic Deluge. Feels like we're doing okay on that stuff. All right. And look at all those white cards. Five mono white cards there.
Yeah, it's nice to just get a critical mass of 2-drops. So when we draw Lotus or Mox Pearl, we can play one.
Dismember came back?
Yeah, that's better than Limb Duel's Vault.
Unbelievable. All right. So now if we cut the Lurrus, I do love Sunfall, but I guess it's kind of hard to cast in our deck.
I think, I guess...
We're not really going to play any of these cards.
Yeah. Sunfall will at least be a good sideboard
Yeah,
card.
yeah. So right now this is 16 land plus Lotus and Pearl.
Oh, and that's just 40 cards?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine.
That sounds pretty good. I mean, I was going to start Lurrus in the sideboard.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. I've never made that mistake. I don't know if you have.
I don't think so. I have not revealed a companion by accident. Like I've double clicked it, sort of highlighted then unhighlighted.
Okay.
Do we main deck wins now that we picked up Deluge and Dismember? I feel like we don't.
No, you don't.
None of the cards in the sideboard we do anything. Oh, Portent did come back.
Is that better than Colonnade? Colonnade's usually pretty great in these decks.
Colonnade is pretty good in these decks. Yeah, we didn't get a Snapcast or anything. Yeah, Colonnade's pretty good. We also ended up with 4 top lands now. That's not too bad.
No.
And we could. It's also not bad if we play an extra land. Oh, could we play Gaia's Cradle to go with Retrofitter, or is that just
Very
nice?
greedy. I would take Rain of Filth.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to combo harder.
Oh wow. Oh, I guess we have to take Secret
Yeah.
Coast. I do love Usher in these decks. I actually think it's very good, but
Yeah.
we don't have the mana for that. Like we're not going to do that. Ooh, hate a little Lava Dart. Okay.
So do you need to add one back, or are we just going to play with...
This will be 17 lands plus Lotus and Pearl if we do it this way. We don't have another playable unless we want to play Rain of Filth, Winds of Abandon, or Sunfall, which I don't really want to play any of those cards.
I mean, I'm fine with playing 17.
I think that's fine.
You have Retrofitter, Foundry, Lurrus, Wasteland, a lot of 2-drops.
2 cycling triumphs.
Lazav,
I don't think I want Sunbaked
Lazav,
Canyon
Malcolm, Fairy Mastermind all use mana.
Yeah. All right.
Sure.
So let's... Do we want any planes right now?
I would guess not.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources for Samwise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's fine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 black and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue. Yeah,
Yeah.
that seems fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
We could have one more black, but I doubt that that's necessary. All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You don't want to... A lot of your 2-drops are blue.
All right. Time for round 1. We've revealed Lurrus. We're on the draw. I think we can mulligan this hand.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like... All right, we'll keep this. Just put Brain Freeze back.
Yeah.
Brain Freeze is a card I want in my deck, but not one I really want in my opening hand here.
I have mono red.
Mono red, okay. Any Lotuses? No.
Just if I try them go, I think. I don't think...
Yeah. Dismember paying 4 life doesn't really accomplish that much. And this lets us spend our mana guaranteed. If they played a 2-drop that we wanted to kill, I could see more of a thing. But all right. This is going to be a good unearth game, I think. So just against red, I don't know. Feels like unearth generally works pretty well. I'm just going to take one, I think, and then just play Malcolm into turn.
Yeah, I like that.
Kind of assume Malcolm's just going to die here. It'd be shocking if it didn't.
Oh, wow.
Off a Carnosaur. Nice. What do you think about just putting Lurrus into hand here? Is that too much? We could.
It sounds crazy to me. I would just unearth and have up long goodbye.
Yeah, I guess we have Reanimate as well.
You're just not close to even using it, Lurrus, if it was in your hand.
I guess my only point is I don't really like using Unearth not on Lurrus against Mono Red. But I think it makes sense here.
Sure.
That's a disaster.
Yeah, I mean, it was going to be really bad for us if they played Chandra.
Yeah, totally. I think I'm going to long goodbye their Swift Spear here.
Yeah.
Chandra, we need to draw Bone Shards, I guess, would still be a pretty good draw. We could brainstorm and put Lurrus into hand.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And then obviously if we draw something to play off Brainstorm, that's different. There's Bone Shards. Okay, let's just kill the Chandra. Probably just discard a Wasteland.
Yeah.
Well, we've got enough mana. We could discard a Black Source here. The reason...
You can't... That's your third black source.
Yeah, for Beseech. I'm just thinking, what if they play a Caracas?
It would be bad, but I don't know.
Do we want to cast Chart this turn as well? We haven't played a land yet.
Yeah, playing Chart this turn sounds good. So you're just going to end up discarding them both. You don't need the second blue either, really. I mean, I guess you have some stuff. You could discard it to black. It probably will come up, but I would make one of my discards be Wasteland.
Yeah, I think we're just going to discard the 2 lands here. All right. We've traded off a bunch of cards. There was a nice 3-for-1 on Chandra there. But
yeah, that's why we put it in our deck. Well, that's disappointing.
That's not what I expected out of a Monastery Swiftspear deck.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And we're just dead now. Wow. Okay.
They got us in the first half, not going to lie.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, it's good to know about that, but I will say we don't have a lot we can do about it. I guess we can figure out a little more what's going on. I mean, if we drew a Lotus this turn, we could have some things. All right. Let's pick up lurrus. Past the turn, I assume we're just going to lose now.
Yeah.
Look, here's the good news. If they're red-white aggro with a sneak top end, sometimes they just won't draw sneak and they'll draw Gristlebrand.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, they have Sol Ring too.
The news keeps getting worse. Maybe we shouldn't be looking at more cards out of their deck. I don't want to see all this. What is this? It's not a creature. They would just sneak that in. Oh, okay.
What in the world? They have 9 mana?
This looks like could be a 4th Earlingus or something. It's kind of what it looks like.
All right.
Oof. Well, we got demolished. All right.
Yeah. Can happen to the best of us.
We have Deluge. Yeah, I think we're fine. So we want Rain of Filth for some reason.
Probably do.
You think so?
I mean,
combo a little harder.
Yeah.
We could take out Retrofitter.
Sure.
Retrofitter looks like it's probably not going to get the job done against that stuff. Do you want to cut Wasteland?
And our removal is better than the Winds or Sunfall. Is that what we're saying? It could be.
Yeah, I think Toxic Deluge. They look like they have Swiftspear in their deck. They probably have some creatures that cost 2 or 3 mana. I think I want to take out a Wasteland for another Swamp, though.
Sure.
I don't know. They played 0 non-basics that game.
They were 3 colors.
Yeah. All right. Reveal lurrus. Any Lotuses? Any Lotuses? No? But this hand looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So we get to go turn 1 chart, of course.
Yep.
Let's see what we discard. Definitely could be Brainstorm. Or Beseech.
Probably Beseech.
Yeah. Our hand's not good enough to discard Brainstorm in this spot.
Right.
Oh, there it goes. Well, it's okay. We can just play Lazav here. And then have up Dismember.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really see a reason to dismember the Dragon's Rage right now. Lazav does have to eat something, but I guess eating Beseech isn't or Chart. Probably eating Chart is better. Because if we're Yogg Willing, I think it's a little more likely we want to Beseech. Oh. Okay. Kind of into dismembering this now.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna end up taking a bunch of damage off it if we don't, and it's gonna get big soon. Little Brainstorm Lurrus action as usual.
Sure.
All right. Any Lotuses? Okay. Wow, discarding that Beseech really did not work out beautifully.
No, it didn't, but the other options would have been very difficult to justify.
Well, next turn we can play Lurrus Lazav.
Yeah.
And then Yogg will bring back the Lurrus at some point here.
One annoying thing about our opponent having a sneak attack in their deck means the Brain Freeze plan might not work.
Right. They could have the Eldrazi's in their deck. Oh, that's not what I want to cast. Okay. Really just going to lose to red-white aggro with a sneak top end. Here's the sneak. Now, here's Chandra. All right. Kill the Lurrus. I guess... Oh, we can turn Lazav into Lurrus if we exile Lurrus.
It's true. Please block something.
I am going to block something.
Oh, I thought you were...
I was just...
When you moved your mouse to the left, I was like, there's only one thing over there.
I think we block a goblin and kill Chandra.
Yeah, that sounds good. How far away from winning? We have to get a lot of Storm. Pretty far.
Well, let's see. We have 5 mana, 6 mana if we play a land, 5 mana cast Rain of Filth, up to 10 mana if we cast Yogg Will.
You turn into a Dragon's Rage channeler, you get to start surveilling. No, it's not very good.
If we cast Yagua with 10 mana floating, we'll have 7 mana left. Beseech Brain Freeze gives us 3 mana left. And we'll have cast Rain, Yawgmoth's Will, Beseech, Brain Freeze. That's 12 cards. Yeah, we're not getting another 5 storm count. So I think we start by killing Chandra here.
And drawing a card.
Yeah. Attack Chandra. Exiling the Dragon's Rage Channeler, because it actually does seem like that play might work out at some point. And
well, you're going to crack it now and turn it into a Dragon's Rage right now, right?
Yeah.
Well, is your only white source?
I only have Samwise. It's the only white card. Guess I could do it like this.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, action here would be nice. Oh. I mean, I guess we can just make a Rabble Master.
Yeah.
Seems fine. All right. You know, if the game goes on a turn or two more, like if we don't lose, it just is going to make it so our Yogg-Will gets a little bit bigger. Okay, this looks like a 4th Earlingus. Huh. I mean, I guess I blocked the Rabble Master, I would assume.
It's gotta be. It's the biggest one.
Yeah. All right. And they drew a card off the Monarch. So now they're at 26 cards. All right. So now we have 7 plus 6. So 13 mana total to work with this turn.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the problem is this isn't Underworld Breach. So turning it into a Dragon's Rage Channeler before all the stuff, it only works before Yogg-Will. Putting cards in the graveyard post Yogg-Will doesn't do anything.
Right. So the tricky thing is that you can get another card and you can get a Surveil with Undercity Sewers, and then you can potentially get 2 more Surveils with Reign of Filth and Yogg-Will.
Yeah, and if we find Lotus, then that's a lot of spells, right? 1, 2, Recon Play Ring, 3, Brain Freeze, Beseech is 4, 5, and we need to get up to 9 spells. That seems pretty doable. Wait, do we just have it right now? Let's see. Let's say we play the Swamp. We have 13 mana. Reign of Filth goes to 12 mana. Yawgmoth's Will goes to 9 mana. Beseech costs 4, so we're at 5 mana left. And we can play Brainstorm, Chart a Course, Dismember, go to 2 cards in deck, or 2 life. That's 3, but that's only 3 spells. Plus...
Can you play Reign of Filth again? You counting that?
Yeah, we're 1 short. Then we wouldn't be able to play Dismember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So still not there. But maybe we start by playing Undercity Sewers. It's 1 mana less, but it surveils 1.
Yeah.
Because if we find Black Lotus, it is, I think, pretty easy to do all this. I mean, I guess we attack now. We could technically Yogg-Will, put Lurrus into play, put Phantasmal Image into play, not be dead to their attackers, but I feel like our win percentage is pretty low doing that.
Yeah, I would think so.
Let's see. If we attack and turn into Dragon's Rage Channeler, we get to card, and then we 2 more Surveils. 4 mana, 3 mana, 9 mana, so Yogg-Will 6 floating.
The clue... I guess this is all... So you sack the clue, so it becomes the thing first, and then you... So you get to surveil... I'm just trying to remember how the sequencing is all going to go.
Okay. Oh, now we're the Monarch too. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Hold on, we can hold control. Sack the clue. This will be a fun turn regardless. Cast Reign of Filth.
Yep.
Any Lotuses? No. Graveyard. Resolves.
Come on.
Draw a card off clue.
Whoa!
Ooh, that's the Lotus. I would be so disappointed if they Eldrazi us.
I know.
But you know what? You know what? What are you going to do? Lotus. Sack this for black, or I guess blue.
Probably blue. We have so much black from Rain of Filth.
Add black, blue, blue, black. I mean, we're dead if this doesn't work out, so it doesn't matter. Yogg will.
Just make sure you don't bin brain freeze at any point here.
Yeah. Lotus. Graveyard is fine. So sack this for more blue. Brainstorm. Yeah, I mean, we're going to have plenty of spells here. Chromatic Star. I mean, we're almost there right now. I guess we can chart a course. Sure. Boop, boop, boom. Get Swamp out of here. Draw 2 cards. 7 spells, 8, 9. I mean, we should, I guess, go a little bit further.
You should make more black mana.
Sure. I guess I'll cast Rain of Filth. Oh, that seems fine. I'm not going to draw a card off the star, actually.
Why?
Because it's not going to go to the graveyard.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And let's just do it now. I guess we can cast Phantasmal Image first, sure. Or we can cast Lurrus. No, we can't cast Lurrus.
Yeah. I keep worried that you're going to somehow accidentally click yourself out of black here. Make sure you cast with Bargain.
Well, I guess we can Bone Shards too. All right. And Beseech with Bargain, sacking the Pearl. Surveil. Top, sure, whatever. Top. Brain Freeze.
Well,
Brain freeze
this
you.
could be it.
Let's go. If it is, this would be pretty cool. Yeah, it's good to max it in case they have like...
No!
Of course they had the Emrakul, of course. They're just red-white aggro with just the sneak cards in their deck. All right, fair enough. They defeated us, and, not looking good for the Lurrus haters and doubters, though. That was a sick game anyway. Thanks for hanging, BK. Sorry the top 8 run ended, but you know what? So it goes, and just a bad matchup. Like, not being able to brain freeze them out was kind of rough, and they had the 4th Earlingus to force us down that route. BK's out of here. I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you every single day that you show up and watch me play Cube, even the ones where I lose badly. That'll do it for today. See you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.